And we're live. Welcome to Here Be Dragons, where creativity meets courage and dragons live in the art we create and the lives we lead. I'm Carla Morrow of DragonLady Art, and with me is my co-pilot and dragon rider extraordinaire.
Alan Childers of Alan Childers Art and Illustration. We're here to talk about the dragons we face, the treasure we're after, and the wondrously weird journey of life. Every episode will explore what it takes to face your dragons and maybe even ride one.
So grab your shield, sharpen your claws, and let's dive in because today we're asking the question that matters most. What dragons are you facing?
Carla!
Hi, Alan. How are
Hi,
you?
Carla. So you've had a busy week.
That's one way of putting it. Good grief. I am so tired. I'm like so ready to tap out. Like
Oh, yeah. You've had an art opening, a Kickstarter, and somebody thought it was maybe they should do it all at once.
yes, I didn't see anything wrong with it at the time.
Not at the time. And then working a part-time job and all that good jazz too. So I bet you are plumb tuckered.
I am kind of done with life at the moment. I don't want to play this game anymore, and I'm tired. No, I'm actually really happy with how things are working out. The Kickstarter is going better than I would have thought, which is awesome. You know, for it being my 12th Kickstarter and
Yeah,
10th successful Kickstarter, so that's pretty cool.
that's pretty freaking sweet.
Um, the art opening, I've actually been in this studio space now for since February, but we were finally able to hold the opening, which has been
Nice.
nice. And family and friends came from all over New Mexico. I had my friend Jeff came down from Santa Fe. My in-laws and a few people came in from Las Cruces. So I think at the end of the day, we ended up having like 25 people show up, something like that.
Nice.
So yeah, Karen, the woman that owns the place, made the most amazing food ever. Oh my gosh, her cookies are so good.
Cookies.
Yes.
Can't turn down a good cookie.
Oh my gosh, she made like latte chai white chocolate snickerdoodles.
Okay, shut up.
Yeah, I know, right? And like pistachio thumbprint raspberry jam cookies and oatmeal raisin, which are one of my favorites. And she made like two different kinds of shortbread, and like, yeah, it was terrible. It was absolutely horrible. I went home
So
completely over sugared.
I'm hungry now. I'll be right back. No, just kidding.
Sorry.
No, that's great though. Like that is really incredible support from your community and the people there, and of course Jeff is just amazing. Um, I think he has the energy of a 16-year-old when it comes to the art still. Um,
Yeah. Oh, it was he came about 30 minutes early, and we were able to hang out, and he was showing me some of the stuff he was working on, and he was giving me tips and tricks and offering assistance on some projects that I've been trying to get launched and worked on. And uh yeah, puzzles. I'm still, I have a few puzzles, but I haven't quite cracked the puzzle nut yet. And he's was kind of showing me what he was doing and offering me help and stuff like that. So
that's cool. That's cool. And
yeah.
and while all this is happening, um, it it the muse decided this would be a great time to give Carla ideas for her next. What do you have? Like 8 paintings, ideas,
Oh,
all like
I can't believe we're going to ask about this. Yes. My next six paintings are figured out. I had another idea yesterday for a zebra that I have the stones for, and I've started sketchings. And then I've got several ideas for the Enchanted Blossom stuff on books that I would like to do the next couple of books. So I'm definitely entering this like weird renaissance period where I have all these ideas.
I mean, good problems to have.
Yes. So as soon as you figure out how to make the 15-day week or at least a 38-hour day, that would be great.
Yeah, it's called cocaine.
I'm not a bear.
Yeah, we're not bears. uh, yeah, you just need to clone yourself, or like taking it on an apprentice to like do some
Do my
prep.
day job.
Yeah, do your day job so you can like make art.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice. And that's part of it too. I said I am I'm working my day job at the bookstore, which is great. I love the bookstore. I worked there for 10 years. Um, but it is another day I'm working for sure, right?
Right, right. Another thing taking you away from the canvas.
Yeah. Well, and the zebra, I had actually done sketches of it a while ago and I was never happy with it, so I put it away. And then it just accidentally opened it while I was at work yesterday. And all of a sudden, the right way that I want to do it came flooding into my head. So on
Is that
my
the unicorn zebras?
no, it's not a puzzle. It's a fine art piece.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So today I'm messing around with some gouache. I might switch over to my iPad here in a bit, but I got some gouache and just decided to try it out because I don't know, my feed has been sending, like the universe has been sending my feed, my algorithm, but also like just little, seeing a bunch of artists like playing around with gouache. And so I've just been like, I want to F around and find out. So,
I want to play too.
yeah. And, I'm not that much of a painter. Like I'm dabbling. I'm more of a line guy. So like doing this kind of like helps freeze me up, like my creative thinking a little bit. Like it just allows me to like think about art in a different way, or think about things not so linearly shit
Line wise.
linear, yeah, line wise. We'll just say that.
Yes.
So uh so yeah, there's I'm enjoying it. Like it's fun, it's different. It's like a almost like a pastel and a watercolor just got together and had a baby or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's one of my favorites for sure.
and you can blend it with watercolor to make some interesting effects too. Like if you have like a watercolor base, or you can lay it on top and do some interesting things, I think.
Yeah, that's the leopard that I did, and I'm about to start a panther that's just a close up of the eyes. The space is done in watercolor, and then the fur over the top is done in gouache.
Cool.
And it's so gouache and watercolor has the same binder in it. It's all like gum arabic. Gouache is just an opaque version. It's usually got is it a Chinese white, I think is the base. So it gives it that opaque look and a super matte look. So they play very well together. But it's all the same pigment. It's just the
Right.
But like this line is painted in acrylic gouache, which is basically the gouache pigment with an acrylic binder as opposed to a watercolor binder. Which I like for this work because A, it sticks to the metal and then it doesn't lift up.
Yeah,
So
that
the layers
line is
underneath
looking
don't lift.
super dope. Yeah, we got some chatters in here. Maybe. Oh, hi, Renee.
Hey, Renee.
Yeah, I've just decided I'm not really caring what this looks like. I'm just kind of like going and like experimenting and just it's I know some people make like the grids and the color things and they do like they see all the like how it the opacity and stuff and how it blends out and stuff like that. And I will do that eventually, but like for the first part, like I just want to like you just kind of almost just want to like fall in love with it, You just want to have that little
Are you talking about one of these?
huh?
Are you talking about one of these?
Yes. Yeah, like splotchies. Swatches, is that what they're called?
Swatches.
Swatchies.
Yes. Those are
Um,
that's my gouache swatches. And you can so I did the black line so you can see the opacity and labeled and all that other kind of good stuff.
yeah, like I know people make those and like I will eventually I feel like I will make one of those, but right now it's like I just kind of like want to like play with it. Yeah. Just want
Mm-hmm.
to it's like playing with a toy before you've read the instructions. It's like, oh.
It's because you're a man.
Is that it?
Yes. You open the IKEA furniture and you just start trying to stick stuff together.
Well, heck yeah. It's the adventure. So that was my first attempt right there.
Nice.
And then now I've moved on to, yeah, see, I've just got like my palette's just like exploded over here, like using the other side of the page as a palette. So I have to wait for that to dry before I can even close this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. You excited about anything coming out?
Like movie wise or
Movie wise, media wise, music wise?
I mean Camelot's new album releases in August, which is I'm pretty excited about always.
Yeah, they're teasing that like really early too.
I'm surprised to see another album out so quick. But because it's only been I think 2 years since their last one. Gosh darn it. But yeah, nothing. Sorry, y'all. This week is going to be pretty mellow. There.
Huh?
I said sorry, everybody. This week is going to be pretty mellow.
Yeah. We're just having like a chill, make art kind of night. If you feel like making art with us, feel free to make art with us. We don't have really. This is a what do you call it whenever you have an unstructured podcast?
There you go. Yes, my
This is an
unstructured days.
unstructured podcast episode where we're just kind of like working on our stuff, but also just chatting. Carla's had a rough week, and I kind of just wanted to like take it easy for her and not have to like think a whole lot. Which is, I think it's even harder for Carla not to think, but.
I mean, ADHD brain.
Right.
That's one of my superpowers, thinking. It was nice because the opening I had, so my mother-in-law is a professional artist and Jeff was here, fine artist. He's just getting into fine art. And it was really cool to like sit and talk with them both about like where the fine art market's going and what's selling and what's not selling and the price point. And they said the same. They're noticing the same thing that we were noticing in Vegas and before and with other my fantasy art groups, is that kind of the middle has dropped out,
Right.
as far as sales go. So people that would buy the print, the $60 print set instead of just they're they're just buying one print or a couple of bookmarks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting, but the high dollar market, so the market that's paying 1,500 to 10,000 for original paintings is still there, right? Those people still have money, which is the market that I'm trying to break into. The new originals are ranging in the $2,000 to $8,000 range. So it's, everyone's trying to come up with gosh darn it, I can't get the paint off this palette. Are trying to come up with new ways of making, reaching new audiences again.
Well, and it's there's a lot of factors that go into that. And I think one that we haven't really discussed yet, but I've been kind of like you know processing this in my brain on the back end. I think that the algorithm used to prioritize artists. It used to like show people our work more, and because the algorithm has like started prioritizing like other forms of things, like we don't like we have virtually most people have virtually unless you're like a named person, like your online sales are probably pretty stagnant.
Yeah. Well, and even people that are do have names, the online sales have dropped dramatically.
Right. You take into that you take into some of that account some economic factors that have been affecting everyone across the board,
Mm-hmm.
us included, in some things, and some pivots, some concessions that we've had to make. And you've got a recipe for people are just pinching their pennies and really only coming out of their pocket for something that really speaks to them,
Right, for sure.
and really resonates with them. And I've seen a lot more interest in like originals. I've seen a lot more interest in traditional media, especially in like working at Renfest. There was definitely some more like interest in those kind of things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
framework, or nice, at least nice originals, like presented nicely. So
For sure.
something that, is worth, not saying digital art isn't worth it or prints aren't worth it, because they really are. Like somebody's creativity created them. However, like when you think trying to think about like the value of a dollar, and more people are like thinking more about that, like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's hard to justify spending several $100s on a print at all, right? Like they
Right.
want, if they're going to spend that kind of money, they want an original. They want something that the artist has touched and created themselves from the ground up, right?
Hmm.
And I think that's where we're seeing the movement is people are they're tired of just the experience on their phone. And something came up I haven't been much on the socials in the last week. I've been so busy, but like the 5 minutes I was on the other night, somebody posted something about how this AI bro removed my signature from my art, and now he's like, dude, anybody can take it now. And I'm like, that's not how that works, and you're an idiot if you think it is. Like, just because you remove the signature from somebody's work doesn't mean that it removes them from the work. Like,
Right.
but along that same lines, I think on a whole, people are getting tired of digital, right? They're getting tired of just experiencing art on a 3-inch screen or on their phones or whatever. And again, this the same thing. This is not a knock at digital art, but unless you can make an experience for the person looking, it gets harder and harder to sell just another print, right?
I think we saw that even at Norman. Like
Mm-hmm.
people want an experience that removes them from their everyday monotony. And so they are like they're buying the armor, they're buying the elf ears, they're buying these, cute little, things that help them. They're buying the 3D printed flashy things because they're tactile and they can hold them.
Right.
And so art has really like an uphill battle because there's that unintended side effect um, with people seeking out more experiences is because the art work has to work twice as hard, right? To bypass, like to make that experience, you know, um, to really connect with somebody emotionally, to connect with somebody where they feel like they just have to have um, what you're creating.
Right.
So,
And they want the experience too, right? They're looking for. It's interesting because, again, I've been selling since the early 2000s, and I've been in the art market since the late 90s. And a lot of what we're just going back to is just the same that it was in the 90s. We didn't have algorithms then. We didn't have a lot of. There was no social media. There was very little ways to reach our audience outside of shows.
right.
And I think that's just what we need to go. That mentality is what I think we just need to go back to is, not that social media is fully dead, maybe, because, I'm still using it for Kickstarter and whatnot, but definitely.
Well, and how do we interface with the internet without social media too? I think
Mm-hmm.
those are some larger questions. Like, do we need to go back to blog formats or formats where, like going to an artist's actual page or curated? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen. Like, we kind of did like. Carla did a talk, and Heather Hitchman was on, and Brian W. Parker. And Heather Hitchman's website looks like it's like transporting you like to a portal. She's done so much good work on her creating her world and stuff like that. Like I'm like that's super freaking cool. Um, so I'm like there's a lot of love and intention that go when somebody like goes and spends that much time and energy on a website, and I don't feel like you know people you only know that artist lives on that they're more active on a certain social media, and then you don't ever see them like the work and devotion that they've done on their website or whatever. So I mean, it's just social media is not the best format for viewing people's art or having that experience. That in person experience is always going to be, I think, better. But even like using the internet for what it was initially intended without the over use of the freaking social media would be awesome if we can go back to that.
Well, the other problem is that more and more people are using, well, and Google. I mean, Google itself, it's like the first response now is the Google AI. So
Yeah.
even if you Google an artist or look for an artist, it's going to bring up the Google AI. It's not even going to take you to their actual page.
Oh,
and it's the same thing with, a lot of people right now are using ChatGPT as a search engine. And so it's not taking them to websites anymore. It's not
oh yeah, you
taking
can
them.
shop on it. You can do all kinds of crap on it.
Mm-hmm. So how do we even, and Google is testing software now that rewrites your website. So if somebody's looking you up on ChatGPT or on whatever Google one, and your website and the website you built doesn't fit the user experience, Google can rewrite it now. So it fits the user experience as opposed to the experience that you wanted the viewer to have.
So I think we just need to kill the internet.
Somebody turn it off and on again?
I think we need to turn it off and on again. Maybe be like, well, we don't really want to pay for a website, and then have you turn around and like tell Google they can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah,
Like,
well, and that's really annoying. I pay $300-400 a year for my website and store just to have all of that, and I spent $250 on the template and everything else just to have Google come in and say, well, that doesn't fit the user experience, so we're going to change it to something else.
oh, shit. Yeah.
So now we're back to email lists and reaching people directly, and
And that'd be great for people who like were used to that, but like if you were like these people that had never lived through that, and that all you knew is how to market through social media, because there are people like that, like that's the only marketing that they know. That this is going to be a learning curve and an uphill battle.
yeah, that's just the nature of the beast, though.
Yeah.
I learned in the early days where it was internet and send Google a bill for, yes, exactly. Um, the amount of times I've had to relearn marketing in the 20 years I've been doing this is pretty crazy. Everything changes.
It does, and then everything comes back around, and and like, and a lot of people are saying like this is AI is the next technological wave, and it is like it's let's be real, it is probably the next technological wave, but like you have to have some type of stipulation on it. It has to work for everybody and not just the few dickwads that have enough money to make it their own.
Well, and that's just it, is who's controlling the AI.
Right.
Who's the one that gets to say something is valid enough to show up?
Right now, dickwads are.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's, bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's the fight. There's still a fight happening, right? There's still people that are fighting AI. Zines are making a comeback, like huge in Japan, apparently, and across the board. So you're seeing more and more like ash cans and zines and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I've been thinking about releasing some small sketchbooks or something.
Mm.
I haven't decided what that looks like yet, and I have 1,000 other things to do, so I'm not quite worried about it. But there is a push towards real artists again and real experiences, right?
Somewhere in the back of my head, there's like I think zines are cool if you could do them good, but like somewhere in the back of my head, it's like this is just going to end up like a business card or a brochure and be like in the bottom of somebody's book bag for like 20 years.
That's what they were before. You just had a bigger stack of them. And that's what ash cans were, is that you read it once and then threw it away.
You definitely have to put it on compostable paper then. Like throw me in your garden. This is soy ink.
There you go. A little flower zine that has the seeds inside of the paper.
Yeah.
That's just good branding right there.
Yeah.
Things are definitely changing. And I
They are.
am happy to see people getting off of social media, like on a whole. I think it's, going back to,
If I could completely walk away from it, like I feel like I would feel so much better. Like because even when I take my breaks, like I feel more productive and more, um, you know, like hard to do a podcast though, and then like not and not have social media, but I do. I also like being here for people too. I like being the voice of positivity for people and like helping them through hard times and through rough patches though too. And standing together and like there is a like there are parts of the internet over the course of however long I've been on social media that have like really fostered some great communities. The artist community, like there's so many artists that like I don't think that I would have ever met you or you know like had the opportunity to connect with as many people as I have without social media. So in that regard, there's really some positive aspects to it too
mhm.
that I think are it's just not working for us the way that like for business wise the way that it should.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. Is it's not working for us. It's working for the people who have the money to
Right.
do whatever the hell they want, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Facebook started as a way for what, college students to connect with their papers and like research stuff, homework, I think, something like that. Facebook started for college kids. That's all I remember.
Right.
And now I don't think there's any college kids on Facebook. It's not where the new kids are hanging out.
No, I think they hang out on like Discord and amino apps and all kind of weird stuff.
And Discord is hard because you're not, those are gated communities, right?
Right. Right. Well, because it's all um, it's a gated community, but it's also like separated by topics of interest, kind of like Reddit is,
Yeah.
but more chat forumy.
You can still search Reddit for Reddit boards, though.
Yeah.
You really can't with Discord. You have to be invited or know about it or have a link or something.
Well, and that's like protects some people too. That
Oh,
protects
for
some
sure.
people's like anonymity. They don't like and if people are acting shitty, you can boot them real easily.
Yeah. I'm definitely not saying it's a bad thing. The discovery isn't there.
No, yeah. It doesn't have like a I miss the bandwagon on Reddit. Like I don't even have a presence on Reddit because I've never been on it. I've never downloaded it.
Hmm.
But like I saw an article where the creator talks about like the creator of Reddit was like talking about like how he left it for a while and then it got really pretty bad and they're trying to implement tools again that really like help the online experience.
Yeah. I like Reddit, but I curate my Reddit very carefully because there are some not great areas of Reddit.
Does it get really 4chan-y around there?
Definitely in some of them, for sure. Not in any of the ones that I'm in, but I also
Never
go
went
through
on
waves where it's
never
like
went
I'm
on
gonna,
4chan either. I just hear all the stories.
yeah, sure. But yeah, there's fantasy art Reddits. There's
You see, I would go on there just for that. But like, do I need another social media? Do I need another?
right.
You know, it's like one more thing downloaded to my phone. Do I need that? Probably not. Renee says, send Google a bill for changing your website.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yes. Heck yeah. Yeah, but you would never know. Like, it would be all that user experience.
So apparently some guy just got arrested for fraud not too long ago for like sending bills to Facebook,
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
and they would just pay him because they look professional enough.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Like, because they probably pay out like so many things anyway for
Yeah, exactly.
like I'm just gonna pay this because this is just another thing that I have to pay. That takes some big cojones.
Right. Is that a bandwagon we can all get on? Because I've got some bills that could be used to be paid off.
Yeah, come on, Facebook, you owe us.
I don't think this is the same way.
What do you think about What do you think about like Bernie Sanders like said something about having AI like have these guys pay us for basically the technology and stuff, like every American having like a piece of that pie.
I think that needs to be a thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they scraped from all of us, so.
Well, I think it's great, but it doesn't change the fact that the technology is still problematic for the environment.
No, that's true. It doesn't solve the problem of the data centers and the
No.
communities that are losing their water and.
Yeah, like they definitely have to figure that out too. And then like for data centers, I'm really surprised they're like suddenly we love renewable energy.
Yeah, right? No kidding. Well, what is it in China? They're putting data centers in the ocean?
Oh yeah, yeah. To cool them off, or yeah.
Well, that was an issue. Son of a bitch. So the problem with pigments, I have two different whites here. Trying to get in camera. There we go. This is the one that came with my set, and this is the one that I just bought. This is a different white, and it reacts different to all of the other paint colors. I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
Uh-oh.
It's a different white, and I'm almost out of this white. Okay, good to know.
Pigment problems.
Yeah. It's like, why is this not working how it was a week ago? I ordered new pigment. I ordered new paint tubes, and that's why. So you have classes coming up, don't you, that you're teaching?
I believe so. Yeah, I need to email about those. I haven't heard very much from them in the last month or so. But yeah, I have two workshops. Should be two workshops in Spiva doing card art and uh, fantasy art workshop. So
Nice.
yeah,
And what age group is that?
I think it's from 8 to 14. So
Okay.
like a pretty broad age range. So I try to make it as fun as possible, but also I have to realize that kiddos can't do anything too violent or scary or anything like that.
Right. So have you
But
written out like a
I know I talk
curriculum
about
or?
I know like I talk about in the fantasy art one, like when drawing dragons, like dragons can look like literally anything, and I use like a lot of different like I have some of my art books, like I have some art books from some Lord of the Ring art books. I have a Strange Harlow's art book from Emily Hare. Um, and they have different variations of dragons and cool things like that. And I guess I can bring up your website too,
I mean,
and show them the many iterations of dragons that you've done as well.
that's true. I will allow that, I suppose.
Oh, I can just bring you on in on Zoom on a restream, like a Zoom. You can talk to a bunch of kids, Carla.
No. If you can vouch for my vulgar tongue, then you know what? We can talk.
Oh no, yeah, that's the. You have to find you have to find alternate words to cuss around kids. Like I say biscuits and gravy a lot. And I guess one kid kind of a fifth grader actually like called me out on it one time. It's like, Mister Chili, you really do like biscuits and gravy.
More than you will ever know, kid.
I guess I was saying it quite a bit one day.
Mm-hmm. So do you like write curriculums for that, or do you just go in blind and?
I did write the one for the fantasy art one. The card art one is just kind of, I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of wing it, but I am going to go pick up some Pokemon cards and some Magic the Gathering cards and a couple things for like and maybe some, if I can find them, some old like Scooby Doo trading cards or Alf trading cards or the trading cards from back in the day, and just let them know, like, trading cards can have like be really anything.
Mm-hmm.
An art card. Man, have you seen some of the nice token cards for Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, those are
They
awesome.
look like whatever they're printed on is so soft and nice. It's like, oh man, alaka, alaka, ala.
Mm-hmm.
They just look so smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, the paper and stuff on any of that has come such a long way. I mean, that's what's kind of nice about the print on demand and everything. It's like the book that I can get print on demand now that I'm kickstarting is not the same book that I was going to be able to get or that I was going to have to get years ago. Um, fix this paw. It's all of that technology, the printing technology, the paper technology, all of it's come such a long way, which is nice because, we have access to things that and ways of doing our own products and whatnot instead of having to, 8 years ago when I did the initial Kickstarter for the book, I was going to have to go through a traditional printer and actually order like 1,500 copies of the book, which is why I needed $32,000 for the Kickstarter. Well, now I could just go through Ingram Spark and order 100 copies of the book at, however much per book. And it's way less expensive than it would have been had I needed to, when I needed to order 1,500 copies of the book.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'm
Makes
able
it definitely nicer doing shorter runs.
Mm-hmm. You know, if I needed another 32,000, I don't know if I would have been able to get there. So now the flip side of that is everybody that has AI and all that kind of garbage has access to all of that too. So
Right.
they're able to, you know, that's why you have AI t-shirt companies that are going crazy. Because it's easy, just as easy for them as it is for us. Which is why I think in-person sales are going to be the best thing for us.
I think this guy is done for. This one is done. I'm gonna
Cool.
take out my iPad here in a bit, but I like how it lays down. It
Good.
looks better in the light than it does like I'm looking at it, but I like it looks good in the light.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think it would photograph really well.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely better than acrylic.
But this isn't like something that you would paint on canvas, right? This is like something that you would paint like on a illustration waterboard or illustration board
Correct.
or watercolor or like watercolor paper like arches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wouldn't stick to canvas.
See, I'm learning, folks. I'm learning, like relearning. Well, I'm relearning and I'm learning and I'm it's all a process. It's an art practice or it's a lifelong journey of learning, forgetting, relearning, and staying creative.
There you go. I have picked up some Daniel Smith watercolor ground, which basically you can paint on anything and make it a surface for watercolor. So I'm going to do some sculpting with some sculpting paste and then paint over the top of that with the Daniel Smith ground so I can paint watercolor over my sculpted.
All right, that's what it ended up with.
Cool.
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Not at all. It's cool to see how many artists are bringing in a lot of the 3D elements into their work too. Jeff was showing me some of his new stuff, and he's working with modeling paste and stuff like that to get some 3D textures on his originals as well. And we totally did that independently of each other, which was pretty cool.
Modeling paste.
Mm-hmm. So he has a more textured surface to work on versus just a standard canvas.
Nice.
And that's what I'll be using on my next close-up eye piece, because I'm going to sculpt out some of the face. If I ever get finished with this lion.
A lion. It's a lion. Is the lion lying to you about how long it's going to take?
Jesus. It would help if I, didn't have to repaint shit over and over and over again.
That's called fun, though, right?
It is. I definitely don't mind it. And every time I repaint it, I learn a little more, or I get better. So I think it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just never spent this much time on an original before, so it's.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's the mark of like leveling up, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like pushing your boundaries to where
For
you've
sure.
never like where you've never been before. So it's like,
Mm-hmm. Well, in painting fur, painting scales, painting everybody, like everybody thinks that you get to a certain point and there's a trick, right? What's the trick to it? What's the shortcut? And there isn't any. It's literally just painting it until you know what you're doing and you can do it faster than you could before.
grinding.
I never considered myself a process artist until recently. You know, I'm like, oh crap, I'm a process artist. I actually enjoy the process. Before this, I liked the final product.
Mm-hmm. Look at the pretty picture I made.
Mm-hmm. A lot of pushing and pulling. I'm going to put this paint here and then I'm going to push it and then I'm going to, oh wait, nope, went too far. I'm going to pull back the other way. So do you have plans for new stuff for this week?
Mm-hmm. Plans for what?
Yeah. Anything art-wise? Are you working on anything particular this week?
No, just some commissions and stuff and dinking around. I got my new iPad pencil finally.
Oh,
So
good.
I'm just kind of refamiliarizing myself with the feel of it.
Yeah, my sister sent me that new Cintiq and my dogs ate the Cintiq pencil.
No.
Yeah, so I have to order one when the Kickstarter ends because
Oh
those are $100 a
shit.
piece. I was like, gosh darn it.
It's like I didn't want to use that for the Pathfinder stuff.
I am hoping to use it for the coloring book stuff, but
Oh yeah, it'd be nice to get in there and have some space to do all the big lines.
mm-hmm. Well, and to not send 120 files back over to my iPad.
Yeah.
And you have some shows coming up here soon, don't you?
Yep, 18th and the 19th.
Nice.
And then we have Tulsa, Oklahoma City Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
with some Here Be Dragons. Or not.
Yes.
Some critically epic. I guess Here Be Dragons will be there too.
I mean, a little. In some capacity or
Yeah,
another.
so if there's any fans of this podcast, and anybody wants to come out to in the region and hang out at Oklahoma City Comic Con in August, right? Beginning of August.
Yeah, I think it's like the first or second foot, like the 10th and 11th, 9th, 10th, something like that.
Yeah, the critically epic will have a booth there selling our wares. Might be some artwork too.
Definitely. This is pink. It's been so long since I've done a Comic Con. It's gonna be weird.
We have the almighty booth to protect us, and it'll have AC. So
Yes, I had to turn down a show offer for this weekend, and I really wanted to do it, but it was in 100-degree heat, and I was like, no, sorry. The meds I'm on will not allow that. I would die. And I got shit to do, so, you know,
we got shit to do.
I'd rather not croak anytime soon.
Yeah, you're gonna like conquer some shit. You got new books, new stuff, like new. You got a game plan. I need to get a game plan going. I would love to have a book. I need to do enough work to think about a series of work to constitute a book.
For sure. Do a book on character design.
I hope Brian does a Kickstarter for his divinely dressed animals.
Yeah, that would be way cool. He's got a pretty good following, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. He's got like definitely has a good base. I think he could do it.
Mm-hmm. He definitely has the skills, and his books have been out long enough that I'm sure he's got a good email list and stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's got a good infrastructure with his group, with the Wonder Makers group.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually published anthology work too with several different people. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, for sure.
that kind of, I think that kind of stuff really like learning how to collaborate with other people. Like most artists are just kind of like play in my own backyard kind of
Right.
people, right? Like I'm making my thing. I want you to love my thing, and then that's it. But when you collaborate with people, like you're building something together, and I think
Mm-hmm.
there's something pretty cool about that.
For sure.
Might be a 2027 goal. Do more collaborative art.
There you go. Alrighty, we've been chatting for an hour, so
Okay.
I have got work that I need to get done tonight too. So
Alrighty. Well, I think we should probably end the podcast. Thank you guys for coming on here and listening to us ramble on about the things. Today was a little bit different than our normal flow because we just wanted to really have a work night, have a rest night for Carla, but we still wanted to get on here. Junishita from Twitch, hello. Get on here and say hi to everybody. And we like to doodle. We like to talk and doodle. It's a little bit harder to talk and doodle at the same time, but we definitely enjoy being here every week, and it helps us, um, do the things. We're heading. Have a good night, Renee.
yep, thanks for joining us on Here Be Dragons. Make sure to like, subscribe, and find us on the web at herebedragons at artcast.com, Substack, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcast, YouTube, all the things. Definitely check us out. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.